of us over the north, we expect the slightly hazy conditions to persist. We expect the sun to also come on, and today is going to be a bit hot across the 16 regions. Greater Accra temperatures will be around 33, 34. If you are traveling to Kumasi, Koforidua, I think that temperatures will be around 35. If you are going to Katakrachi, just the kind of Mango and Eastern Valence, temperatures are expected to be around 37. They are going to Tamale 38, but the Bolgatanga, Navungu, Boku, we are expecting them to keep 40 degrees Celsius, quite hot over there for today. The state of the sea, we are also expecting it to be rough. We are having some pockets of rain and thunderclouds over the sea this morning. In the afternoon, we are anticipating it to do a little bit bigger. They can still do the fishing, but we have to be mindful. The Water Lake, similar conditions this morning. We are expecting cloudy weather over there with misty conditions, so we are expecting it to clear by mid-morning to partly cloudy sky with sunny intervals. Then by 2 to 4 p.m. thereabouts, we are expecting these clouds to change to convective clouds, that's thunderstorm clouds over some portions over the Volta Lake. So, as usual, when the clouds are getting darker around the areas that they are fishing, they just have to back off and go home and then come back later in the day. So this is how you expect today to be like.
Wow, it's going to be cool, I can imagine.
Thank you, too.
Thank you, Felicity. Grateful for your time this morning. And that's Felicity Ahafianyo. She is with the Ghana Meteorological Agency. Why? Superfly man, Osibisa.
FM Sunrise. Start.
Sure. And on that day, there will be a lot of this and many more on the ground. So watch out for the details. And it's fun match. And I invite you to the 3FM Made in Gobe Festival. See you there. Nice. This is my lunch today. This is Gobe. Plantain is beans, mix up nice.
Gobe is lovely. Gobe is good. Gobe is, top notch. Every Monday, when I go out, I make sure I buy Gobe for my mom, and she's so grateful. About 80 years, she loves Gobe. I love Gobe. You can't take it away from our food items in Ghana. 4th March, join us. Let us finish the Gobe. No matter who you are, everybody should be there. Let us promote Gobe and let's make Gobe international. Like how Jollof has become international. Gobe will also become international. Join us and let's do it together. Gobe is lovely. Gobe is good. Gobe is, top notch. Every Monday, when I go out, I make sure I buy Gobe for my mom, and she's so grateful. About 80 years, she loves Gobe. I love Gobe. You can't take it away from our food items in Ghana. 4th March, join us. Let us finish the Gobe. No matter who you are, everybody should be there. Let us promote Gobe and let's make Gobe international.
John Tumelo eyes Ayawaso Westwalk on again picks nomination form to contest in NDC poll. What happened to the Likpe, Santo Kofi Akpafu, Lolobi area? Fred Agbanyo in the mix? I don't know. Here again we have Lassa fever outbreak, store grain, other foodstuff in rodent proof containers according to the Ghana Health Service. Ghana Health Service confirms 2 Lassa fever cases in Ghana. Both cases are in Accra, the capital of Ghana. Military officer who went missing found. That is a Lieutenant Colonel. How did he get missing? If you go on trainnews.com, you find out. This is my time, Dr. Kofi Konadu Apreku. It is his time, he declares, revealing how he was nicknamed Green Grass for the first time. It's past 70, eh? Company locks NIA office cards due to financial constraints. And Mahama sadly jabs former Presby moderator Professor Martin for going quiet under Akufo-Addo. On the front page of the Ghanaian Times, we have Yagbongura, man of peace, development-oriented president, eulogizes late paramount chief of Gonja traditional area. First results expected from tied Nigeria elections this week. Are you articulated or Tinubu-fied or obedient? We don't know. We'll find out later. I thought there were 4 candidates, but it looks like 3 are the ones shining this day. William, Helen, and TK Fella here with me. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
On the front page again, government committed to deepening decentralization in Ghana. Dan Kwekuboche is the MP for Okre, my good uncle. Admissions under computerized system increases just quota to 40%. CRI advocates ECG faces court action again for felling trees as Chado residents fume at destruction of Green Ghana project. We're talking about the planting of trees. Some people said, well, trees don't grow in a day, but if you plant trees, we should know where the trees were planted and
That's
how they're
right.
doing. The Constituting newspaper says Solomon Cancer doubts Mohammed's popularity as a former national communications officer of the NDC. And I stand for peace, Boku Naba to Akufo-Addo, as they meet Chief Naba Abu Grago Asigri Azoka II. We don't owe election 2020 staff, according to the Electoral Commission, and that matter came up last week as people complain that they work in election 2020 and have not been paid. Minerals Commission settles Akim Ako Kwaso mining dispute. Helen?
All right. Well, the new publisher, Hide Nothing, Fear Nothing. This morning, they have John DeMello pictured on the front page. They say he's battling Fred Nyama for NDC Ayawa So West. Also, chase out GRA's retiree Mugabe. Petition hits special prosecutor's desk. I stand for peace, Boku Naba assures Akufo-Addo. And Kandapa says supports Ghana to combat terrorism. You may have received a text or two urging you to
See something,
see
say
something
something.
and say something.
If we
The
see
Finder.
something and say something too, there's a problem.
The Finder newspaper also has a number of stories on the front page. Free SHS, 91% of qualified students successfully placed. This is according to the Education Ministry. So then some 9% then waiting to find
But
schools.
that's where the problem is, because we do know that even the school system now is not running its full term, if
That's
you will.
right.
Children just went to school for 5 weeks and they are back instead of the 13 or 14 weeks. So if you are now going to delay to put the others in school, by the time these guys are done with their 5-6 weeks, they're coming home. What? So the ones who join later would do 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
It doesn't.
What are
it's
you?
not clear
What are you
at
doing to the
all.
children?
At all,
I would have been
at all.
excited to hear that government ready to receive. Food is ready, infrastructure is ready. But
Right.
this is just a data game. As always.
Exactly.
As always, I was
Exactly.
going to
You come
mention
with the
that.
numbers and
And you can't use children as data. I mean, it's just like what the Road Safety Commission or MTTD does. So last year, 100 people died on the road.
Yeah.
This year, we have 95. So let's celebrate.
Let's celebrate that.
It's
yeah.
95 lives.
you know.
The consequences far-reaching, but a few more on the front page, and then I'll hand over to William. Is Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to blame? That's a question here on page 12. Not sure if it's
But
an
who doesn't know that?
editorial, but we'll get into it, of course, as we go on. This one quite interesting. Kotoka International Airport records some 1,089 Ghana card arrivals from 19 countries to Ghana in 2022. We'll break down the data as we go on.
BNFT, Business and Financial Times this morning, still on the debt exchange program. Government settles 87 billion Ghana cedis worth of bonds. The government of Ghana has successfully concluded domestic debt exchange program for GH-dominated notes and bonds issued by the states, the Energy Sector Levy Act, ESLA, and the Dutch Trust PLC. This achievement is an important milestone for government in complementing the post-COVID-19 program for economic growth. according to the BFT. China is worried over debt restructuring implications for other debtors. China is saying that in fact, this is coming from the German ambassador to Ghana, who was commenting on Ghana's debt restructuring exercise. He's saying he has observed that China's hesitance to come to the external debt restructuring table could be due to fears over implications for its dealings with other African countries. China's current position as the leading creditor to African countries, the diplomat explains, means that whatever arrangement it ends up making with Ghana in terms of ongoing debt restructuring to help the country meet requirements for the IMF bailout must be done to all the others that are looking to reduce their sovereign debt or heading to the Bretton Woods institutions for bailout. So China is scared that, look, Ghana is saying that we should forgive their 1.7 billion. That if we do, what happens to the other countries that owe us? And according to this report, China is the leading lender to Africa.
Yeah.
So they are quite skeptical.
But the point is that, are we really showing the people that we don't have, so forgive us our debts? We are not showing remorse. Not on any front. Not on any front. We are not showing remorse. And the way we live, the way we are carrying ourselves about, even the members of the Paris Club, they would not be willing to forgive us. Look, Germany is asking us to cut down the size of our government. We've been telling our government, maybe they will listen to the Germans, because the Germans are saying that if you cut down the size of the government, we will go and put in a word for you with China. If you don't cut down the size of your government, this is a German embassy in Ghana, ambassador in Ghana, telling that to President Akufo-Addo, as a diplomat, a lawyer, president, and human rights, whatever. So now you have an ambassador, it's reached diplomatic levels. They are now telling you, cut down your taste so that we can go and put in a word for you.
Yeah.
And the president has refused. We have said it, civil society has said it, MPs, ministers, former statesmen, everybody has said it. Our president, he doesn't listen to anybody.
You know why he's not listening?
Tell me.
He said that when we complain about the size of the government, he said he was in a hurry, so he needed that number to move.
Where's
but
the
Lord
speed?
Mensah is saying to him,
Where's the speed?
Professor Lord Mensah said to him this weekend that the large size of government or the government size that has no correlation with development.
Yeah.
And this is something that they've been telling the government since 2019. So quite frankly, maybe as Johnny said, once the Germans have started speaking, he will listen.
Well, like I always say, I heard one NPP communicator last year towards the end say that it's not a question of them not listening or hearing. They've listened and heard, but they believe that they have a better solution. Although said better solution, we're not really seeing
We
it.
know this, yeah. We beg.
We can't make heads or tail of
We beg,
it.
we beg. We
so
know this, yeah.
That's another angle. We're hearing you, but we don't agree that that is the path.
He's not
that we should
hearing
take.
us. He's just, we're just making noise. Like,
Well, on the way forward still,
hold on, William, for me. Let's listen to this one.
You've heard me say on a number of occasions, I'm a man in a hurry, but I'm also a realistic man. To get to a Ghana beyond aid, we will have to harness effectively our own resources and deploy them creatively and efficiently for rapid economic and social transformation. As I said in the Independence Day address last year, this will require, quote, hard work, enterprise, creativity, and a consistent fight against corruption in public life, unquote.
And they could see them.
what I picked in and I've been saying on this platform is creativity. I mean, you don't need a number of people to do certain things. You just have to be creative about.
But the president disagrees with you.
Yeah, yeah,
Unfortunately, he's
I mean,
the
he's
one
in
who
charge.
hires and fires.
He's the executive president of the republic, and that's why we are here.
We are where we are.
You know, so if it were a parliamentary democracy, we would have gone into parliament and just voted him out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What is the real reason why the president is so reluctant to take a look at the size of even the members of staff at the office of the presidency?
I think honestly, this is what I think, that William is the president. You told William not to appoint Johnny. William goes ahead to appoint Johnny, and Johnny is not performing. Now, William feels a certain way not to kick Johnny out, because if he does, that means that what you told him in the past would then stand. So he would rather keep me there so that I continue messing up, so that it doesn't look like you have won. So people say the president has ego, he's arrogant. No, I think it's inferiority complex that's worrying the president.
You think that's the
Inferiority. It's not ego. It's not ego. It's not arrogance. It's inferiority complex. A president wears his emotions on his sleeves. Tell you what, 2 years ago, he went to Parliament.
That's right.
State of the Nation address. When the people started booing and jeering, you saw his facial expression. I mean, he's not the first president to have gone through that. So a president has, what do you call it? Inferiority complex. It's not ego. It's not arrogance. People misunderstand him. His inferiority complex.
That is
low
very
down
odd.
popcorn.
Because it's always okay to change your mind when you are presented
But
with new
he's not
information.
changing his mind.
Oh.
I think
Because people have told him, people told him in the past that, look, do not appoint certain people. He still went ahead to appoint them. Now you are seeing that the people you have appointed are not performing. Change them. You say you won't change them. And this is not just us saying, as journalists and civil society. There are people within your party. The Kwame Pianims, the Dr. Nyahonya Otama Close, the
right.
big people in the party are telling you, nah, change them. He said, I won't do it. These are my men. What do you want me to say?
I think that
he is arrogant or he is disrespectful. He has an inferiority complex. Finish.
But I think that is the competence game that they played ahead of the 2016 elections. You know, the NDC was in power, and then people, I mean, if you like, players were all making the point that the NDC was incompetent.
Right.
So for me, if after 3-4 years somebody is there and the person is not performing, is incompetent. So the president should go ahead and be firing his people, and maybe Ghanaians asking for him to resign, he resigns. Then of course he's come to confirm that incompetence start. So probably he's trying to tell us that people are still good. So let's go.
But the point is that we are summoning the health minister to Parliament on the back of Johnny's bite last week about the shortage of vaccines, right? He's going to Parliament on Tuesday to answer what? For incompetence. Because in this country, there's no history since Nkrumah's day where we have had a shortage of vaccines, even for children's immunization. It has never happened before. It's happening under Kukwajima Menu. The president went to Kukwajima Menu's hometown to say that he's the most vilified minister. But the man, they sit up, because I always go back to 2017, 11 January, where he was picking people and suggesting that, they are supposed to be minister for da-da-da-da-da. He has worked in da-da-da-da-da, and he has da-da-da-da-da experience, and now he's there. He's supposed to find us money to run the ministry. How is our NHIS doing? He's supposed to find us money to run the ministry. How many cheap compounds has he added? How many hospitals has he added? When you go to the polyclinics, do they have the equipment? He's supposed to find us money. How many times have doctors and nurses gone on strike because of monetary issues? He's supposed to find us money. How often don't we get people come to Trade Foundation, our foundation here, to say they are looking for money to do either some surgery or whatever it is? So he has failed. And once he fails, you put him there as a finance man, as an accountant, to be able to fix those problems. If he can't fix those problems, take him out and put somebody else there. How difficult is that one?
Especially for a party that says they have them, and they should have a rich pool to choose from. If you have the men, then you have a lot to rotate.
The way Johnny has put the finding of the money on him.
No, but
the man the mobile minister, because I thought it was the finance minister and the president who.
No, the president. The president said it.
The management.
The president said it. Look, the president said it. I'm coming. You go ahead. I'll find it for you.
Oh.
The president said.
I mean, they should find the money for him. I mean, for him to say that he wasn't thinking. That was the lowest part that I think he went. Based on which he should go.
And he said it on national TV in Parliament.
You can't say that.
I think he might have. Obviously, I'm not here to dissect and retranslate what he said. I think he could have found better wording. Maybe he meant to say that he was overwhelmed with everything that was happening.
The man, he understands English. He was not thinking. What are you suggesting to me?
As for the money for the ministry, put it on him.
No. I'm not the one putting it on him. I said the president announced him.
As for president, he says a lot of things. Because
that he doesn't remember. William, but you cannot say that about our president.
Anyway, so government is resolved to invest $684 million into domestic rice production and processing as a pathway to self-sufficiency. The decision, which was reached at the recently held Dakar 2 summit, seeks to increase local rice production toward attaining self-sufficiency. It will also reduce the country's $560 million annual rice import bill and its concomitant impact on CD depreciation.
Right.
That's according to the Ministry of Agri.
That's a good initiative, if you ask me. But
And we're
again,
talking at a discussion organized by the Mennonite Economic Development Associate (MIDA) in Accra. This is according to the BNFT. So we're just praying that we'll find the 684 million and inject into rice production. Because at the meeting, I was there. I think rice, tomatoes, maize, and chicken.
and all these things,
if we're
it
able
takes all these things takes about 4 months.
Yeah. So
Rice 4 months.
yeah.
Maize 4 months.
So
Tomatoes
if we-
4 months.
If we concentrate on them,
We
it's
will
going
make
to-
plenty money.
Yeah.
Grow, eat,
Yeah.
export, sell, make money.
This is the first time government is going on this tangent. In fact, there was another slogan I recall a few years ago. They were aiming to stop rice production by, I think it's by 2022 or so. That's what last year.
Held for all by the year
And that
2020.
didn't help. I mean, since I
Charlie,
was a
we
young
even
girl, I've been
promised
hearing
we
Vision
even promised
2020,
tablets, so nothing happened. See, listen to the president. 11th of January. Listen to him.
And everybody knows him as Napo. And the last but not the least is an outstanding member of parliament, very articulate, very insightful, done a very good job recently as chairman of the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament. He's a well-known economist and an accountant by training. I believe that for us to have a successful health delivery system, we need to come to grips once and for all with finding a sustainable financial base for the operation of our national health insurance scheme. The technical issues involved in what kind of health delivery should be provided, that argument is there. But if at the base we don't find that sustainable financial platform for the operation of the National Health Insurance Scheme, it'll continue to suffer the difficulties that it has over these last years. Long-standing arrears of settling bills for health providers, for being able to pay health workers on time sufficiently. The issue of the restoration of training allowances for our trainee nurses. All of these have been essentially financial issues. So I believe that if we can have a person there who has a very good eye is how to balance the books and how to make the necessary investments that will make our health system viable, and therefore be able to build on this extraordinary social legacy that J. Kufuor gave the country in the National Health Insurance Scheme. For me, it's an extremely important part of the agenda that we have. So I've chosen to lead the health sector. I was not a doctor, but who I believe has sufficient understanding of the issues to be able to be comfortable with the medical profession. Man of very great respect, tolerance. He's not somebody who will walk into a room and say, my view is the only view that matters. He will listen. But when he makes up his mind that this is the way to go, he's extremely firm about it. I think this is exactly the right kind of material to be a minister. So Kwaku Ajiman Menu, the Member of Parliament of the West Central, is the man that I'm recommending to the House of the Ministry of Health.
That's it, William. I didn't manufacture anything.
I mean, he said what I picked was that he'll be able to balance the books because President mentioned a lot of financial issues.
But the balancing,
so when the
no,
money
the
comes,
balance.
he'll be able to balance the books. And as I said earlier, he failed when he couldn't even do the procurement well, which made us lose a lot of money.
But this
So
is the
he has-
former
he has not
chair
been able
of
to balance the
the
books.
Public Accounts Committee.
Accounts-
I didn't
exactly.
I didn't say it.
The point I was making was about finding the money. That one is not his bill.
No,
But the president
I'm
said
saying
he
that
should
the
be able to
president
balance the
said he
books.
put him there
To balance the
that
books.
no, that was subsequent.
Of course.
The first one he said was that
Anyway, that's my
he has to
understanding.
look for the money.
I didn't
He's
get
putting
that.
him there not as a medical doctor, but somebody who will be comfortable with the doctors. And also to find money to fund the NHIS.
Well, to find the name, I didn't hear that.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
is it? Should I play it again
no,
for
no,
you?
that's
Yeah,
fine.
Johnny, I'm not sure I got the full input of the finding,
finding,
but
but the
he did put a
balancing.
lot of fiscal responsibility.
Exactly.
On finance,
Exactly.
over and over.
He find trouble for the old man.
No, but I didn't say you find the money, brother.
He find trouble for him.
You let's go. Let's go.
You know, find money for him. What have I done? I can't play my.
They
I
say the man
can't.
is coming to balance the books. He's an accountant. Accountants don't find money. They
Why?
balance
If,
FM Sunrise.
Ethiopia. It's 6:41. We're going for Johnny's Bite at 6:50. William, why are you laughing like that? We have the men. We have the men. And they be area boys. Six
The man
twos
that
down. Ulo.
you won't kill him, break.
I don't kill him. I'm not the one killing him. I just played the tape for you. 2017.
This is a corrupted thing.
January 11.
I just did the
20
tape top.
So the tip is doctored.
I don't
This
talk
was
so.
President Akko says he's very articulate.
No.
Not sure. What do you consider an investment? How safe are your securities and bonds? Invest in luxury, comfort, lifestyle, and security value for money with Lakeside Estate. Be part of the big sale experience with Lakeside Estate. Acquire a house now and have the true value for your money. Invest in Lakeside Estate 2, 3, 4 bedrooms, houses. Available at very affordable prices and secure your money. The houses have large space area for a living room with adjoining dining rooms, makes family time a leisure and a lifestyle. Both fitted with beautiful Spanish designer tiles, creating a welcoming environment for both owners and visitors. Lakeside Estate has very good security setup for your safety. Our community is a well-planned area for residential, nursery, schools, civic and cultural and industry. There's also a planned road network to reduce vehicular traffic. Future water service is planned by the Ghana Water Company Limited. Lakeside Estate is the only real estate company in Ghana with well-planned marina, which will serve as a recreational center for the community and the public. Call on our sales team for now. Special offers right about now. Isaac is on 020-477-5043. Daniel is on 050-141-8622. And Pal is on 020-477-5042. You can also visit our website at www.lakesideestate.com or check us out on social media handles at Lakeside on Facebook,